A medical expert recently said that listening to the Ron Van Dam Show can improve your IQ. Okay, her area of expertise is toe fungus, and she said it in a bar, drunk, to Ron. But still, a medical expert said so. You and your toe fungus are listening to the Ron Van Dam Show on New England Broadcasting.
Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, good night. It's the Ron Van Dam Show.
Oh, okay.
Hold on tight. Things can get a bit weird, if you like that sort of thing.
I can deal with that. We can do this. We can do it. I have to do all the work. I've got to talk for half an hour and entertain and inform you and all that kind of stuff. All you have to do is just sit there. Or just do what you're doing anyway while you're listening to this. It's not a lot on you. It's all on me. It's all right. I can handle it. I can do this. Hey, thanks for being here. By the way, just between you and me, things are messed up, right? Am I kidding you or not? Things are messed up. Let's be honest about it. Come on. I'm not going to tell you how to plant flowers or anything like that. I don't do that. And even if I did, I wouldn't do a show about it. I'm not going to try to sell you real estate. Plenty of people do that. I'm going to try to bring out the real parts of life that are really kind of ridiculous and don't make any sense. That's my job. It's what I do. So, as I usually do, I watch a lot of television. A lot of television. And I mean a lot of television. Even when I was a child, I watched a lot of television. Then I grew up. I did a television show for 23 years. Oh my God. Yeah, a lot of television in my life. I owned a video production company. What did we show the videos on? Television. Yeah, I'm encompassed by the damn thing. So I watch a lot of it, all different kinds of shows. Some I like, some I just can't stand, and I try to avoid them. So I'm watching television last night, and it hit me. It hit me finally. Why is there so much frustration in the world today? Well, it has nothing to do with you. It has to do with social media. I mean, that's obvious. Let's not even go there. But it has to do with television. Television is representing the worst in all of us. It is. It is. When we watch game shows, either we're watching people that are smarter than we could ever be, or people that are so stupid that it's stupid just to watch the stupid people. My big problem is with the commercials. All the commercials, and I mean all of them, like 95%, that's all to me. 95% of all the commercials, and I haven't done a survey or anything, I'm just I'm assuming. 95% of all the commercials are about all the terrible things that can happen to you and how you can avoid them. It's a list, it's a in your face of all the terrible things that can happen to you. There are so many diseases on television, it's unbelievable. When I'm watching commercials, they are for drugs and things that can relieve your terrible illness. Illnesses I've never even heard of before, but apparently I can get them quite easily if I just try a bit. It's not, you don't have type 2 diabetes, you have pre-diabetes. We're going to diagnose you for something you don't even have yet, but you could have it because you might have a tinge of it. You don't have it, but you've got the pre of it, so you have it. Your blood pressure is up. You have heart disease. Excuse me? I thought I just had a little high blood. No, you have, categorically, you have heart disease. Oh my God. Oh my God. Everything's pre. That little thing on your skin, that's precancerous. I have cancer. No, it's not. It could become it, but it's the forefather of cancer. Why? You have precancerous things going. Stop this. Stop it. Stop diagnosing me for the stuff that I just could have. And then when they try to sell you the medicine on television, by the way, you can't just go to a store and buy the medicine. You have to have a doctor prescribe it. You think your doctor is going to go along with this bullshit? Your doctor's going to say, no, we have our own stuff. We have our own drug pharmacy companies that come in here and try to sell us their product, and we're pretty good with that. That's how I play golf and get my vacations. So I don't care what you watched on television. I'm a doctor. Don't give me that crap. It doesn't work like that. It doesn't work like this because you see the thing on television. Try Wegovy for, I don't know what that's even for. I know the names of the things, but I don't even know what they do anymore. It gets rid of acne. I have no idea. But no matter, it's just, you can't go in the store and get that. Your doctor has to prescribe that. Your doctor's not going to do that. Come on, give me a break. And when you watch the commercials, on the bottom of the screen or in fast motion, they tell you all the horrible things that can happen to you. Not that you have the disease, but if you take this drug, what all the things could happen to you would be just from taking the drug. It's bad enough I've got this disease. Now I got to take this drug to ward off this disease, but the drug itself can cause a disease. Some of the drugs apparently can cause both constipation and diarrhea at the same time. How's that possible? One's not like the other. Either you have constipation, you have diarrhea. The drug can't be responsible for both of them. It can cause large lumps. If you can't breathe, call a doctor right away. Oh, never thought of that. That's a good idea. Don't take this medication if you're allergic to it. How would I know if I'm allergic to it unless I took it first to find out? Well, then you're screwed. Some of the the medicines, actually, one of the side effects is death. It can cause death. Okay, I don't know where to. Where should I take my chances now? I mean, it's almost laughably absurd. Come out with the drug. Try to sell it to me when you've got all that stuff figured out. Don't tell me all the horrible things that can happen when I take this drug. Well, it's not that they will happen, but they could. Oh, God. What are you doing? I was just trying to watch a nice little television show about rabbits, and now I got to watch these medicine commercials about all the horrible diseases I can get at any moment. But it's okay. You can take these medications that can kill you and make you even worse. I don't understand it. But there are advances in medicine. There are. Of course, Donald Trump wants to stop all research as far as curing diseases is concerned. I don't know. I don't even understand. Why would you do that? And then think that the public wouldn't be pissed off about that. We're going to stop doing a lot. We're not funding research anymore. Cure for cancer? Seriously, get out of here. What are you doing? What are you doing? So I'm bombarded by that, by all those horrible disease things. So the only point of watching television is to find out all the horrible things that can happen to you at any moment. And that goes for these attorneys on television as well. Attorneys on television, all law firms, slip and fall. You don't pay anything unless you win. Of course, you won't get much because that's when we take our share of the pot as well. But you don't have to pay anything unless you win. But slip and fall, a car accident, whatever case may be. That can and by the way, that can happen at any moment, right now. But I'm not even in my car. Someone could drive through your house. I don't know. I'm just telling you, these things can happen at any moment. Any moment. You've got to get this insurance. You've got. Oh my gosh! And by the way, you've got to get this protection on your car. I mean, if your engine fails, it can cost you like $30,000. Transmission, $2 million. Should have gotten car shield. It's always too late. Something's going to happen to your car eventually. It's going to break down. It's going to happen. You're going to be spending a lot. It's going to happen. Horrible things are going to happen to you and your car. It's all the horrible things. The only good commercials on television are the ones that seem good, like Burger King and McDonald's and Panera Bread, where you can just have all the bread you could ever want. All these wonderful foods and new menu items, and oh, that's fun. That's nice. You see, that's nice. Yes, but if you eat a lot of those things, you will also die. And you'll get those very diseases that you were watching on television. You'll get them now if you keep eating like that. The rich foods, the salty foods, the fatty foods, the sugary foods. Oh, but Ron, the sugary, no. Now we have Coke Zero. Oh yeah. Oh, I see. But it's still sweet, isn't it? Yeah, but there's no sugar. Oh, it's chemical sweeteners. Oh, that'll work. That'll work just fine. That's not a problem. It's all the horrible things that can happen to you. That's what television is. And then if you watch any crime shows or any dramas, it's all the horrible things that can happen to you. You can be shirked by your lover. Your lover is having an affair. That's most of these stories on television. Or somebody gets shot in an elevator, or something like that. Or they're walking down the street and they get shot, and we have to solve the murder mystery. And they get stabbed, and there's blood all over the place. Well, who did this? We have to figure it out. This is what I'm watching for entertainment. All the horrible things that can happen to you. And then I try watching the news. But I don't. I don't watch the national news or international news because there's wars going on and there's presidents that are trying to screw everything up. So I can't watch the news. So I watch the local news. They say, well, Ron, watch the local news. Those are just things happening in your area. Okay, we'll start off with the bridge collapse where 20 people died, where the scaffolding collapsed on the building that they were constructing downtown, and 3 construction workers died. There was a robbery, and they were brought to the hospital, and a gas explosion, and they had to close down the building, and the street opened up, and 2 cars fell into the street, and there were 16 murders today, and that's your local news. Oh, that was fun. And then they go to sports. Sports are supposed to be the thing that takes us away from reality. But then I know these guys who are so into sports that they get all upset and they yell at each other. They argue about the sports stats. And all that's like, whoa, calm down, Sally. I mean, it's not that significant. So where do I go in order to escape all the bad things that can happen to you in your face 24/7? Because now it's just not our area that we know about. It's the entire world. We know about the horrible things happening all across the globe. I'm surprised we're not getting any news reports on Jupiter and Mars about their gaseous states. So I watch comedies. And I like comedies because they make me laugh. They take me away from reality, and they do point out the more absurd, crazy things in life, and they're really kind of funny like that. But then the commercials come on in the middle of the comedy show, and as I'm laughing, I go to a commercial, and I'm seeing these people, these dogs who are emaciated, haven't been fed, only have 2 legs, these horrible animals and cats that are all skin and bones, with Melissa Manchester singing in the background about how sad all these dying things are. Or there's children starving in other continents, and they have the rap diseases, all kinds of diseases that they were cured like centuries ago, but not for these kids. They still have them. They have no water. They have no food. The wars, 20,000 people died just today, and that was a low number in just these innocent people just being bombed out of their... and that happens as a commercial. And all of a sudden, this funny little show that I'm watching is not doing the trick anymore, because reality has slapped me in the face again. So then you go to the streaming services where you can watch the whole episode or maybe an entire movie. See, I watch the Hallmark Channel a lot, and it's not because I like their greeting cards or anything. It's just that horrifically horrible things don't happen, but then they do. Because, the Lifetime Network, that's about women in trouble, women in peril, women who have to fight back in order to survive. That's a pain in the ass. Why should women have to do that? Why are women always being attacked on the Lifetime channel? Something's always happening to them. They're always being abused in some way, but then they get revenge at the end, so that's pretty cool. But I got to go through that trauma first. Come on, man. And that's it. That's life itself. And look at these happy people. They're happy all the time, like cheerleaders. I think I told you this story once. I dated a cheerleader in school when I was in high school. And it was the best time of my life because she was so freaking happy. Just happy about everything. Everything was wonderful and great. She's very, very sexual because she knew all the moves. It's like dating a nurse. They know what they're doing. They know exactly what they're doing. And also, if you have one of those diseases that they say you're going to get, she can kind of help you along a little bit. So nurses and cheerleaders, very positive kinds of attitudes. Cheerleaders, of course, that's their job, is to cheer you on through life. But then after a little while, a couple of dates, it's like, okay, you're way too much for me. I can't handle you. You're just way too happy. And I just can't deal with that. I'm not on your level. It's not going to work out. I can't smile that much. My face is hurting. I'm not used to this. And cheerleaders always move on to the next person anyway, like the quarterback from the football team, Yeah. I know. And nurses these days, not a glamorous job at all, even though they know their stuff and you really admire what they do. And you really do. But, there's problems there too. There's problems everywhere, right? That's the thing. I remember I've lost weight the past couple of years. Before that, the doctor said I was obese. And I said, oh, well, if I'm obese, you're an idiot. You start going to calling me names now? Why don't you just call me a fat slob? Well, we could, and you are, but technically the term for this is obese. I see. That's a kind way of saying this, isn't it? Well, it's just as it is. You're morbidly obese, and that now is a disease. Come on, really? Yes, it is a disease. But now we have drugs where you can lose weight. You can inject yourself with a needle every once in a while and lose weight. Oh, I see. By injection. Okay, this is not really where I thought I would be at this point in life. Injecting needles into myself so that I could lose some weight. I don't understand. Oh, also, if you have type 2 diabetes, this will bring your A1C down. I don't care what you're bringing down. I'm not injecting myself. It's happy. I'm telling you, kids, and when I say kids, I'm talking about anybody who's like up to the age of 45, let's say. Enjoy your life. Don't go too crazy because you're going to pay the price for that later on, but enjoy your life, because after 45 and certainly by 50, your body is saying, all right, it's time to go downhill. It's not a disease. It's called aging. And you can age well, of course. I mean, we do have all the drugs that kind of support us these days, where otherwise we probably would have perished by now. So that's a good thing. But stay off the television, please. I don't want to hear about diseases on your television sets. I can't buy those drugs myself, so why don't you hawk the doctors? Don't hawk me. You can tell me how wonderful life really can be if I watch myself in a nutritional manner, eat properly, don't smoke, don't drink excessively. Don't drink at all? You're missing out. Don't drink excessively. Don't smoke at all. Don't take smoke into your lungs, no matter what kind. Tar, nicotine, horrible. Everything else, don't take smoke into your lungs. It doesn't make sense. There's things you can do. Move around a little bit. Walk around a little bit. Keep your body in motion. When you get older, it's not going to matter because your back's going to hurt no matter what. I know people that have bad backs for no reason whatsoever. They did nothing in their lives that involved their back whatsoever. They're short, they're tall, they just have back problems. Why, even if you have large breasts, that can cause back problems. Who knew? When you get older, you don't sleep through the night necessarily. Either you have to get up and pee, or you just don't sleep well. Maybe you snore. Maybe it's a problem. It's always something. But we can't obsess on those things like I am during this half hour. All I'm saying is, I recognize the fact that we are bombarded by negative things. And the more we up our communications, like television, social media, that kind of thing, we are going to be bombarded by the horrible things. They make sure that we know all the horrible things that not only are happening, but could happen to you at any moment, you obese son of a bitch. Okay, we're going to take a commercial break, and when we come back, there'll be more program. But first, there's this.
Have you been injured in an auto accident? Have you thought about maybe getting injured in an auto accident? Every day, hundreds of people around the country win very profitable lawsuits for the injuries they've suffered in auto accidents. But it's not always easy to find an auto accident to be involved in that you yourself didn't cause. That's where I come in. Attorney Jimmy LaGuardia, a.k.a. Crash Boom Jimmy. I can not only represent you in your injury lawsuit case, but I can help you arrange and be involved in the very accident for which you're seeking to collect. After years on the job, I know a guy who knows a guy who probably knows a guy who can thoughtfully arrange your accident to the degree you want, from gentle fender bender to near-death experience. And if you do happen to die in your accident, there is no cost to you for my services. Attorney Jimmy LaGuardia, call me now at 555-CRASH-BOOM for your free consultation, probably somewhere down near the docks with around a lot of cameras, or maybe in the back room of my cousin Lorenzio's restaurant. They make such a good bourgeois, you can't believe it. 555-CRASH-BOOM. Call me today, because with Jimmy LaGuardia, winning your lawsuit is no accident.
Hello, Ron.
Hi, how you doing today?
I'm doing great. How about you?
Great. Dr. Jeff Werber is practicing veterinary medicine. He's been doing it for over 30 years. Oh, my God. He's one of the few actively practicing veterinary medical journalists in the U.S. Hey, good to speak to you. We always like to talk to veterinarians. I always get them confused with vets, and I always say thank you for your service. But thank you for your service anyway.
Oh, thank you so much. It's funny. We always say when we speak, when we write, we always try to use the full word veterinarian because of that. Because, so wait, are you a car? Are you an ex-army? What do you mean?
Exactly. We're talking about we're talking about pet scratching, and then we're getting into some other things. But I have a dog. Dog is scratching constantly, no matter and I do the monthly flea treatment and things like that. Is it normal for a dog to scratch at itself continually?
Well, it's normal for a dog to scratch occasionally. Once it becomes continual, when it becomes bothersome, when it actually interrupts their regular activities like eating and playing and chasing that ball, or they're rubbing and scooting and chewing on themselves, then it's not normal, and it leads to problems. It's often, especially this time of year, but it can happen all year.
Yeah.
Dogs scratch because of allergies. They don't sneeze. They don't have the runny eyes. They don't have the scratchy throat like we do. They actually scratch, and they itch, and they, as I said, they rub and they chew. So it is obviously something to be reckoned with, and the more they do it, and I'm sure you've seen dogs that have scabs along their back and the fleas, and there are many allergens that are affecting them, not only the pollens that affect us, but it's also things around the house. It could be, obviously, their food. It could be house dust. It could be house dust mites. It could be tobacco smoke, wool and cotton and certain flowers in the house. There are so many possible allergens in a dog's environment. So it's really important to understand when your dog's itching is too much itching. And we talk about, I have a great website that I direct pet owners to, and it's called YourAnimalInstinct.com, all one word, Your Animal Instinct, sponsored by Zoetis. And basically within the site, you can learn more about canine allergy, and you can take a quiz. It's called the Itch Instinct Quiz. And what this quiz does, it really will help clarify whether or not your dog's itching is a little too much. And if so, it will direct you, of course, to see your veterinarian.
Great.
And another program that Zoetis has been sponsoring and is tied in, as you mentioned, to the canine itch.
Yeah.
It's called the Canine Courage Program.
What is that?
And it's a wonderful program that is providing healthcare assistance to retired military and police dogs, as well as to active service dogs assisting veterans suffering from post-traumatic stress syndrome.
Wow.
So when that quiz is taken, that triggers a donation by Zoetis to this Canine Courage Program.
Very cool.
So it's really a win-win-win.
Okay.
We're going to be helping our pets. You're going to learn more about your dog's itch, helping these service dogs and helping the veterans whom these service dogs are helping. So, as I said, it's a wonderful program.
So there is a connection between veterinarians and vets.
Absolutely. How do you like that?
Oh,
so the veterinarians helping the vets. And also, more importantly, with the completion of the quiz and learning more, you will learn more about some medications, new medications especially.
Yes.
Because typically in the past, and I, as well as other veterinarians, have been resorting to, of course, the antibiotics, as you mentioned, to treat the secondary infections associated with this, but also things like corticosteroids and immunosuppressive agents. And they are effective, but they also have side effects. Whether it's excessive drinking and excessive urination, liver problems, increased appetite. So obviously it's a problem, but yet it's been worth it because we were helping our dogs. Well, now there's a new medication by Zoetis called Apoquel, and it is the best. I mean, I hate to talk about a dog allergy, but it's a cat's meow. I mean, it is not to be used on cats, but it's for dogs. And it is the first medication of its kind that actually attacks the canine itch at its core without the side effects. And honestly, I've had clients call me and have seen results within 2 hours.
Wow.
It's unbelievable. It's great.
I wish I could take this stuff because I have allergies.
I know. People have asked me, can I take it? No, it's just for dogs, but it is really effective and it's safe and without the side effects. Yeah. So, the way I look at the program is between the medication, the Apoquel, between the canine, learning more about the canine itch, the Itch Instinct Quiz, YourAnimalInstinct.com. We are doing so much for our dogs and for the very special dogs that are helping our veterans.
Great. Is licking also an allergic kind of reaction like scratching? Because my dog always licks a lot themselves as well.
Absolutely, especially when they're kind of rolled over and they're licking either their feet.
Yeah.
If they're licking their feet a lot, we often think of food allergy or pollen allergy.
Wow.
Or they're licking their groin area. And again, that also is going to be pollen allergy.
I thought that was for pleasure.
Oh yeah, right.
Okay. All right.
Yeah, that might be too, but I would worry about that. And then of course the chewing, like a dog whips around and starts nibbling at the skin.
Yes.
That I would look for fleas. With that one.
All right.
And I mean, literally, they can be sitting and relaxing. All of a sudden, they turn around like a mile a minute, and they're just going nuts.
Okay. All right.
Yep. Those are the symptoms.
I wish you were my veterinarian, but I don't. You're probably not nearby. You're probably filled up. But anyway.
Well, you can come out to California. We'd love to see you.
Okay. Well, it's a little bit of a trip to have my dog checked out. Anyway, okay. Give me some websites where I can get more information when you're not around.
Okay. The website is youranimalInstinct.com, and that is the best.
Perfect. Well, that'll do it for me today. Thank you to my guest, and thank you to you. I'll be back again tomorrow with another episode of this stuff. But until that time arrives, and I hope you join me then, by the way, I wish you peace.